Hey guys, welcome back. If you're new here, my name's Christy. Today we're going to be doing a makeup tutorial on this Mean Girls Burn book by Storybook Cosmetics. If you've never checked their site out, I would definitely recommend it. This book is actually on sale right now, so go check their site out and make sure you subscribe, hit that notification bell. And if you want to see how I got this look, just keep on watching. Okay, so I put my brows on and just put my concealer and powder on. So, you know, that's the basic steps that you've seen me do before. So we'll just go from there. Next, gonna bronze with the Too Faced Milk Chocolate Soleil, since I'm super light, as we all know. Don't need anything too orangey or anything like that. I like sticking with cooler colors because it just tends to match my skin tone a little bit better. Nothing too crazy. There's Fake and Bacon, and there is just yeah, a little bit too much. Don't want to look like an Oompa Loompa, you know what I'm saying? So I take that, since I've got a 5 head instead of a 4 head, I bring that down on my temples and really get up in my hairline and bring it down a little bit and just kind of fade it down into my brows. Get all my baby hairs and whatnot. But yeah, and I have a pretty round face, so I like to, you know, kind of chisel the cheeks a little tiny bit. My cheekbones kind of like run in like a circle here, so I just kind of like get my hairline and then bring it upwards a little bit, you know, not too far in, but just enough. And then I go underneath my jawline. Bring it down, make sure you get that neck area so it all kind of blends in together. You don't want that and then white, you know what I'm saying? So we'll just move my hair out of the way and get down in there. But yeah, my husband was funny. We just did the My Husband Does My Makeup challenge, and I don't know what article he read. He read some article right before we were about to film. He said he found it on Google. And he's like, you do the bronzer, you'll see it in the video, it's just hilarious, I still laugh about it. You do the bronzer in a 3, bunch of 3s. And I'm like, babe, not a bunch of 3s. I think I'm gonna use Good But Old NARS Deep Throat. It's like a light pinky, you know, blush, nothing too crazy. I've been kind of obsessed with the NARS blushes lately. The one I've been wearing a lot is the color Torrid. I love that color. I mean, it's like a corally pink color, and it just, I don't know, it gives that beautiful flushed look. I mean, this one does too. I love, you know, the pinks, and I love that flushed look for some reason. It's just my jam, you know. And then because your highlight too always like lightens it up, and I guess if you're pale like me, you know, it just kind of adds some color to your skin without, you know, like, yes, you use bronzer as well, but it just adds some more life to you, you know, to where you look healthy and you don't look so, you know, pale and washed out. Oh, that is one thing that I miss so much about tanning. Yeah, the skin damage and the sun damage and everything like that. I guess it's a good thing that I don't do that anymore, so. And yeah, I do kind of mix the blush down a little bit as well, just so again it blends all together. And next highlight, I was thinking I'm gonna use the another older favorite by Makeup Forever, trying to not blind you with my lights here. But I use that like pinky champagne color there. It's beautiful. So I'll just put, but this is like some heavy stuff, so light hand. And then I just get like the high points of my cheeks going. Ooh, there it is. Holy. I don't know if that's picking up on camera, but yeah, it can get a little crazy. I gotta be careful because I am definitely one of those girls that go ham with the highlighter. I'm beaming from the stars. Yeah, I'm glowy. So we're gonna pull the bad boy out, the burn book. And wow, I guess transition color. This would probably be the best to go with here, this peachy color, because you always want to kind of use a transition color that's closest to your skin tone and then go from there. That's usually the rule of thumb. So it's called "You Can't Sit With Us, So Why Not?" That's the most popular saying in the movie. And yes, I use concealer on my eyelids. I don't really go ham with a bunch of like primers and things like that, because for me, I don't know, I just feel like it's not necessary, you know. I'm gonna just put this color all over my eyelid, just blend that transition color into the crease and somewhat downwards. And again, I always raise mine up higher because I do have hooded eyelids, so. And then I just kind of like fan it upwards, because the trick to that is it will like raise your eyes. I love eyeshadows and all the different looks that you can do, but I do not love all the blending. I'm sure that's most of us though. Who were you in school? Were you Regina George, or were you one of the like emo kids? Or comment below, let me know what you were in high school, or if you still are in high school. What kind of group did you fall in there? Were you part of the plastics? I don't know. My high school actually was very cliquey in a sense, where, you know, you'd have the jockey girls and you'd have, you know, I don't want to say the plastics, but I guess I would have fallen more into that category where, you know, I was definitely into my looks and boy crazy and chit chatty and way more concerned about being popular than making good grades. From here, I'm going to be daring and go into this hot pink called Wednesday. This one right here. I'll take a smaller, like kind of angled brush. Just dip that in lightly, because God only knows how pigmented this is here. Oh yeah. Okay. So we will just deepen the crease with that hot pink color. This is never a look I would normally do, but why not? It's fun. Colors like this, like neon colors, hot colors, dark colors, you want to work very slowly and just blend. Otherwise you will definitely be looking like a clown eventually. So I always switch up brushes with the same color that I had on before, that You Can't Sit With Us, that peachy transition color, and blend those two together. So the holiday makeup collections are already coming out. Super excited for that, since again we missed out on summer collections, which, you know, due to everything that happened with the COVID and still going on, I'm actually surprised that we are getting any sort of holiday collection, so that's exciting. And I'm gonna take this even darker, like reddish aubergine color so that she doesn't even go here. And we are going to be very brave and take this along the lash line here. And up and over. Hopefully I'm explaining this well, but you can kind of get the idea and see what I'm doing. Yeah, that's a beautiful like eggplant aubergine color. And as you're bringing it in to the inner corner of your eye, just lightly rub it and or not rub it, but lightly smooth it in to your inner corner, and that will give you that gradient effect. I have been thinking about getting the lash extensions put on. I've heard good things and bad things about it. I know it's all kind of who you go to. Some are really great at it, like lash experts, but my only concern with it, and tell me if this is true or not in the comments if you know, that you have to be very careful with washing your face. And like, I do wear eye makeup pretty regularly, so that's a bit of a concern for me because I don't want to spend all that money and have her take all that time, you know, putting them on for them to just like fall off in a couple days, because that's just a waste. But yeah, wow, that is some hot pink. I swear, even in high school I didn't wear pink. Pink was never my jam. I mean, I love the color pink, don't get me wrong, but like wearing it clothing wise, no. Like, fun fact about me, super girly, major into like Hello Kitty. I think you can even, well, you could have seen my little Hello Kitty stuffed animal on my little bed there in my beauty room. I love Hello Kitty, I love Barbie, I love anything pink and girly and sparkly. But when it comes to clothes, I've always been like a neutrals girl. Even when I was younger, I mean, like, I would wear whites and beiges and even blacks and stuff over pinks and, you know, lavenders and things like that. So it's funny how your favorite color necessarily could be like pink or whatnot, but wearing clothing, I don't know, it just, I never felt like I looked good in pink. So even today, looking for a pink shirt, I was like, do I even own a pink shirt? But yeah, I do. Oh, I hear my doggy. She's like waiting patiently for daddy to come home. I swear, that dog is so attached. Our dog is so attached to my husband. And the funny part is, she was supposed to be my dog, and somehow, I don't know, my mother-in-law tells me that they kind of like tend to just gravitate towards whoever they gravitate towards, you know? It's kind of beyond your control type of thing. So, not to get hurt feelings about it. She likes me when I'm feeding her and giving her treats and stuff, but yeah, I don't know. I think because my husband like takes her, you know, to the store with him and outside as he's working on cars and stuff like that. And I mean, I play with her too, but he like roughhouses with her, and I swear she's part male. We joke around and say, maybe she really is a male and she just got the female parts or something. I'm totally being inappropriate right now, but you know what I'm saying. She loves roughhousing, and she loves she reminds us more of our last dog, Caden, who was a male, he was very, very much into, you know, roughhousing and biting and nipping, you know, playful biting and nipping. But anyways, so yeah, again, I'm taking that darker color. She doesn't even go here. And I'm just doing the same thing on the other eye, running that on the outer third of my eye and just slightly bringing that in. And then going into the crease with it and just slightly curving it in. Then I'm going to take this Glen Coco chocolatey color here, and I'm gonna put it on the rest of my lid. Oh my gosh, my dog is hilarious. She's out there like whining for him. What time is it? I swear dogs have an internal clock. It's 4:34. My husband normally gets home around 5 o'clock-ish. Yeah, she's like sensing him. He's probably driving home and she's sensing him driving home. Like, how is this possible? Ava Bell. Come here, baby. Sorry, I'm talking to my dog while I'm doing this. All you dog mommies out there will understand. You know what? I'm gonna cheat a little bit and I'm gonna pull out the Natasha Denona Lila palette because I know there's some really, really beautiful sparkly, shimmery colors in here that will go with this look really well. And which one to pick? That's all. You know what? I'm going to mix. I'm gonna mix these two bottom colors. It's like a, I don't know, like a shift purple color and a pearlescent color. Use my finger. Like, some people are absolutely terrified to do like a smoky eye. I think I've mentioned this in my last video. I love cool colors and I love rocking like grays and, you know, taupes and things like that. I have no problem wearing black and, you know, some grays and everything on my eyes. I think it brings it out even more because I do have a bit of like hazily green eyes. I know it might not show up completely in the camera, but yeah. It was funny when I went to go get my license. Funny story. You know how you have to like put down your eye color for your picture and, you know, for your license. Anyways, I first put down brown and the lady looked at me and she said, no, she said I would change this to green. And then I was like, green? I was like, I don't really think I have green eyes. And then she pulls another lady over and the lady looks at my eyes and she's like, oh, I would say they're like a hazel color. And so she's like, turn to the light. It literally took like 4 different people to finally agree on, I think it was like half and half. I think like 2 people were like, no, she has green eyes. And then the other 2 people were like, no, she has hazel eyes. So guess what it says on my license? It says hazel. Because they all agreed, you know what? Hazel can mean green. It can mean honey. It can mean like those fiery like cat eyes. Because I will say that with, you know, colors that I'm wearing and whatnot, my eyes do change colors. Like, even my husband has told me before, he's like, yeah, you've got some weird eyes. They sometimes literally look yellow, sometimes they look green. You have like what I call cat eyes. I'm like, okay, thanks, I guess. But yeah, so, which isn't uncommon, you know. That's basically what hazel is, you know. Alright, I'm gonna go a step further. I'm gonna use some of this taupey color on the bottom here and mix it with the gold for like the in corner of my eye here. Just mix it in. Oh, again, these nails, it's hard to get it in there. Oh, that's pretty. I like the contrast. You see that? Use a little tiny brush since these nails are getting in my way, even though I do like using fingers for like chrome looking. Yeah, that is a gorgeous color. What is that called? It's called Hilo. It's very pretty. Yeah, wow, that's like one of my new favorite colors. Not that I'm surprised, Natasha. Miss Thang, you know your eyeshadows. You know your makeup, let's be honest. But yeah, if you really want those like glitter shadows and chrome shadows to stand out, like really stand out, the trick is putting a dark color underneath, and that way you'll get that full pigment that you want. And I'm telling you, you'll see a world of difference. Now I'm gonna mix the plastics and this Regina George color, because obviously it just wouldn't be. Gotta have some Regina George. And I'm gonna use this right on top here as like a brow bone highlight. Get in there. But yeah. So yeah, that Regina George is very pretty. If you're just going for a natural look, I would suggest using this just all over the lid, you know, just like a peachy champagne color. Very, very pretty, very natural, especially if you got a tan going on still. Oh, it would look beautiful on you. And it's got like this pretty shift to it. I don't know if you can tell, but very pretty. And my trick to it too, if you don't have shadow shields or you didn't use tape, the old tape trick, you remember that? Just take your leftover foundation brush and just kind of blend those edges, stamp it out, blend them out, so it kind of gives you a little bit more of an edge there. That's also a good trick. I think because the eyes are so intense in my waterline, I think I'm gonna go natural and use this Lorac pencil in Nude. It's really bad for you to be tugging on your eye like that, I tell you what, but if there was any other way to do it, I would. That's okay, I use resting bitch face a lot, so helps with in between Botox. I'm kidding. Okay, so anyways, I'm back and I just curled my hair, put on some lashes and some of the Fenty eyeliner in black. See if I can get that focused for you. But yeah, the one with a really sharp tip. So did a little wing, got some sass with it. And I used the Violet Voss lashes in I Don't Care. So yeah, I figured I would just take it a step further and make it a little bit more mean girl sassy look for you. And next is lips. So I love this Josie Maran kind of argan oil lipstick. Well, not lipstick, it's like a gloss as well. Let's see. It's almost clear, so just make that lip really glossy and juicy. I hate that word. Is that weird? There's certain words that just in the English language I cannot stand. Am I the only one? I don't know. Juicy, moist. I don't like those words. But yeah, that's pretty. And this way too, it makes your lips look fuller and just very elegant and pretty. So, yep, and I just kind of like waved up my hair. You know, my norm that my go-to hair look. I love big, voluminous, curly hair. So, yep, this is the finished look of the Mean Girls burn book. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this tutorial. I know it was a little bit all over the place in a sense that I did also kind of cheat a little bit in the sense of I also did use a little bit of the Natasha Denona Lila palette. So yeah, I combined these two. Great color stories. I mean, as a review on the burn book, I will say the colors are really interesting and everything. My only complaint is with some of the obviously neon colors. You are going to have problems with some patchiness, and it seemed like there was an awful lot of fallout. I mean, you're going to get that with a lot of different shadows, even the good ones, like I said before. But yeah, this hot pink was definitely hard to work with, as you saw. And I love Regina George. Beautiful color, like I said. If you just wanted to do a natural look and just put that all over the eye, it'd be gorgeous. And even the You Can't Sit With Us that I used as a transition color, beautiful. But yeah, so I didn't love Glen Coco so much, or the Wednesday, the hot pink. So I mean, you know, like I said, with many palettes, you're gonna get a few shadows that aren't as good as the other ones. So, I mean, but still, it's adorable. Even the back, look, it's got like lips all over it. And it says, once upon a time, there were 3 sisters who never stopped believing in fairy tales, and they all lived happily ever after. I love that. So, yeah, and it says Mean Girls on the side. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. It was a fun one for me to make and play around with these different colors that I wouldn't normally choose for myself. And I guess it's a really good Valentine's look, not so much for a fall look. But again, there's no rules in fashion, no rules in makeup. You know how I feel about that. So anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial and come back for the next video, and there's a lot more to come. So hopefully you're having a great day or night, and I will see you in my next video. Bye guys.